Hello everyone. I hope everyone is enjoying the Child Shadow countdown screen, an ode to this tournament because we all love our Child Shadow memes. Here we have the loser bracket round 5, or also known as loser bracket finals, Sora versus Dotzo. So the winner of this match will go to face Sage in the grand finals, best of 3. So we're super hyped today. We hope everyone has gotten their last minute predictions. I've sent the runners off and we'll hand it over to our commentators today, Emo Soda and Eggmeister. Have fun.
Oh yeah, I guess it's our time to speak, eh?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you like a troll. I was like, I am committing to not talking first. Let's see if he notices.
Well, it worked. Look at that.
And we're off. We're off. Okay.
Yeah.
I like both of the tunics. That is a nice split. My work wardrobe is actually only blues and purples.
Oh, nice. That's not a bad color combo.
No, it's okay. I just am gravitated toward it, I suppose.
Yeah.
Losers bracket finals. Okay.
Yup. Whoever loses is out.
Who's waiting to face them in winners?
Sages.
Sage? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he had a hell of a tournament.
Yep. He beat Sora in the winner bracket final. And Dotzo bait. Oh, I forget. I should know this. Won't. Too late.
I forgot to say hi to Chad. Sorry, Chad. Hello. How's it going, Chad? Is everyone okay? Has everyone got some water next to them? Everyone, make sure you get up every hour or so. Stay healthy, you know.
Ooh, early magic.
A magic and a Hylian shield, so
yeah,
they're not in bad shape.
They probably aren't going early Deku.
Nope.
Maybe? Oh, maybe they are. They didn't really get much money, I don't think. Huh? They are.
Yeah. You could just do the stick setup for the Babas, right?
Yeah, you can do ISG. That's going this way. Oh, that makes sense.
Who is gonna win, do you think? There's a prediction started. Chat, make sure you use your channel points to vote in that. Submissions close in about 14 minutes, a little bit over. And Dotso's getting a shield. Sora's getting a shield. We're all getting shields here for an early Deku. I'm excited about Deku. I love Deku.
Yeah, early Deku just makes sense here. You start with a med, so you're guaranteed to at least get a good dungeon reward. So it's not really that risky. Get 2 free hints. And get to stock up on some Deku sticks.
Yeah, I'm going all in on Sora here. Looks like Keymaker voting for Dotzo, 22,000. Both players getting ISD, like you said, to get more sticks for Deku. It'll be good for a dungeon completion, hopefully getting a stone or a med. It doesn't really matter at this point, it's just a free dungeon. Dead Hand in the Well is good.
I think we'll see the faster way to get to the other one from Dotzo and the slower method from Sora. Oh, no, they're both going for the fast method. It's a couple seconds faster to do it this way, but as you can see, it's
so
much less consistent.
I never go for this.
Yeah, I just go around myself.
Fuck it, just go around. Like, it's kind of... It's not even that necessary, right? Like, it's 6 seconds maybe of a time difference. It's not,
yeah, it's not much.
You can make that with much easier things, especially with the use of DDR specific glitches. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely easier because we can get ISG there. You don't need to.
That's true. You can get to the actual edit versus being like too short or something. So.
But yeah, both the hints at the beginning are not the best, not terrible. Dead Hand's garbage, 50 is garbage. Nothing amazing so far.
Score on Tunic's pretty good.
Yeah, Go on Tunic's nice.
Yeah, not really necessary, and more like a Zora Tunic. kind of
Yeah, it's
right
definitely
now.
more useful than Zora Tunic, but
For sure.
especially if they're going to be doing fire and they don't get much HP. It's a nice safety bracket. But most likely they'll have plenty of HP, unless like fire early becomes a thing. But
I mean, it could. We don't know what
unlikely.
medallions are yet.
Yeah,
So
it is. Yeah, it's likely that we won't even see fire. So
again, they'll need 5 medallions for that Ganon BK, 1 stone for bridge. They already start with a forest med. It's a little bit of route push, I would say, towards clearing the egg checks, getting your Zelda's letters, that sort of stuff.
terrible RNG from Dotzo there. A little bit better on Sora's side. The setting string is mostly there to allow more, I guess, choice, or allow less likely to be a one-item hunt towards the end. But that sometimes happens, depends on the seed. Usually we have a magic hunt or a bow hunt, but we'll see what happens.
Also picking up some bomb chews here in Deku, compass side chest.
Oh, they got bomb juice, nice.
And we'll see how many there are exactly. Still unknown.
We're hoping for the 20, but don't want to see the 5. Most likely be a 10. Yep, it's a 10. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Bomb shoes, of course, are not in logic in this setting string, but it's always nice to have early explosives.
If you're careful with those, they can last a long time, especially 10 of them.
Eye drops, nice.
Okay. Nice. Dotzo there. He looks good. And the clip through the web.
Doing the web clip.
Oh wow. Sora going just straight forward as well.
I don't know if you're having an issue with Dotzo's stream right now. Oh, we're back.
Yeah, I think it was maybe he's Captain Kurt or something.
Yeah, nothing really of too much note in Deku. I mean, bomb shoes are nice. Eye drops might be relevant. But overall, still a safe play.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine not doing Deku in this scenario. With
Yeah. The
your
biggest
win
risk
time.
you're making is if there's like a Deku Baron somewhere, but that's unlikely.
Even if this is like a random settings league seed and you didn't know what the actual win con was, you still go Deku.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter. Like it's just too good of a location, and the fact that it aids yourself directly towards your win condition, no matter if it's a stone event this early on. That's why you do it.
Oh, Sora not picking up the stone. He won't know where all the secrets are.
All right. You know, it's not too bad.
Picking up extra money here. Oh, he's going westwards.
It's another dungeon towards Burning Cack, so depends on what fire med could be. If it's like Jabu or something, it could be really
Yeah, that's definitely the best possible one to get early. Ooh,
Iron Boots on Frogs too.
Well, I guess we are not getting Iron Boots this seed. What that means.
Yeah.
I would imagine both. I know definitely Dotzo is familiar with Ironless water. I would imagine Sora is as well. So unless we see like light arrows,
finals. I mean, I would expect.
Yeah, I would imagine as much. So unless we see like Tektite Grotto has light arrows or something, unlikely to get those irons, or to like Toilet has something important. Yeah, Sora, I did not get that hint. Dotzo did. Doesn't really change anything this early at all.
Sometimes if you go for Boulder here, I think they both are going to go for it anyway.
Let's
It'd
see.
be a little bit,
Yes.
not too aggressive, but also not too conservative with how they're using Bomb Juice here. It's probably a pretty fine approach, I think. Ooh, a scale! That's huge.
It does put a domain. Excuse me, domain logic.
Oh, it's not
Ow.
a lot to get. They don't have
Yeah, it is for child at least. You can go like highly on the domain with the scale.
No, the scale's not in logic, though.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry. Interesting sort of weights here instead of doing a shooting gallery first and then just letting time of day pass while
Just
picking up
skipping
weird
it
egg.
Completely. I mean, if you're going for egg anyway, I feel like you can just do shooting gallery on your way back to adult.
That's
The
true.
next time you're in market, rather than having it like be lined up for nights way harder. So I actually like this better.
Makes sense.
Just for routing. Oh, it's going into treasure chest game. Oh, it's going for it. Okay, all right. Doesn't cost much. I mean, you can kind of get away with it in a 1v1 scenario. Ooh, there's a rang though on child shooting. Ooh.
Yes, that's
It could have very
significant.
easily been either of those checks. I mean, we still don't know what's on Richard yet, though. It could also be like another item there too. That's when it gets really interesting.
Boom.
Sorry,
Meadows.
some anyone. Oh, there's a bomb bag! Let's go! Let's go! Now it does get interesting, like I said.
Dotzo's going right now to do it.
Yeah, that's the only bad part about this route. That's what it's doing. You just, I don't know. Because after Deku, right, it's midday, so you're gonna have the time of day for it, so... Not getting the wallet. In the case that it gets Requiem, I mean, I don't know, I don't super love that play.
That's the big difference here, is that Sora actually has the money to do Bomb Tree Bowling, and Dotzo does not.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, he's not missing out on a whole lot with a wallet, but it still adds a little bit of nice... I mean, if you can just buy bomb shoes when you pass by him, right? Like, it's gonna be quicker on average. So Skull Kid is dead. I think that's Prelude dead?
Yeah, Prelude was...
Song of Time? I think
yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Something else I saw. Minuet was... sorry, yes.
Yeah, there hasn't been too much of a divergence point yet in the seeds. Really not a whole lot found that can really make you really go in that direction yet. Okay, Song of Time on OoTR. Okay, so it was... Sorry is a Minuet. I know that. So it says something else was that Prelude. I don't know. Suns? Okay.
Okay, Suns, that makes sense.
Thank you, Chad.
Yes, most likely Sora is going to get Slingshot before going adult. Would be my guess.
Yeah, and we don't know
Dotzo's,
if it's going to be super relevant yet.
yeah. And Dotzo's most likely going to do Bounty Bowling before going adult.
They're
So
definitely
those,
not child cack, so it doesn't even matter if they have rain.
yeah.
They're like window item.
Both save in a stick. As expected.
ZL on ZL.
Oh, are we seeing...
Predictions are at 50-50 right now. Certainly feels like it, watching them race here.
We'll see what we... Is Dotzo going straight adult right now? Looks like he is.
With the bomb bag, I mean...
Yeah, it makes sense.
Like, would you like to do DC? It's like, yeah, kinda.
Also, you already have ZL, so songs are pretty irrelevant to us. Well, not necessarily, but definitely not your top priority with already having ZL.
You're already gonna go to CAC adult anyway in the seed. You already know that 100%.
So Jabu was a stone. I think it was forest and water. Let's see. Jabu, forest, and what was the other one? I think it was water. Or with shadow? Shadow. Looks like. Maybe? Or did I misread that? Yeah, it looks like it's shadow.
Oh yeah, there's the suns.
Yeah. So Jabu, forest, and shadow are our stones. Only medallion we care about is water, or do they already have water and they need fire? Need fire. Which is spirit. Most likely not going to be seeing Burning Keck for a hot minute, but who knows? The stars could align. And Serenade on Sarias. Was there anything on Chicken Game? Wasn't paying attention.
Talon? I don't think so. No.
So most likely gonna just see Adult Cac, DC, Death Mountain stuff into Lost Woods. The classic. Nothing that surprising. I'm seeing 3 songs from Sora. Oh, he's actually getting the Kokiri sword. Interesting. Pretty slow check. I could see arguing not to bother with it. Ooh, checking for the bombs. Always need more bombs, even though he has 19.
It's a little silly. A little silly.
Yeah, just a bit. But you never want to be out of bombs. We gonna see a super swim here? Nope, no super swim. From Sora. Are we seeing an early domain play from Sora though? Maybe. He doesn't have the ring yet.
I mean, now that you know that the scales and logic, it's a little bit better doing this, but I think he's just doing this because it's a Sphere Zero check, being a little bit more thorough in their child segment.
Yeah.
So
and having Serenaded. Yeah, having Serenade, it's not a big deal whatsoever. He might just lead this into like East Field. Would it be surprising?
Serenade's good for later though too. It depends on. I mean, we know that Waters and Medallion could be a pretty quick dungeon to do.
Serenade is definitely a better song to get there.
Yeah. They already have 1 scale, so getting another scale is not too hard. Like, you can just find one pretty easily. But it could be anywhere.
Well, if they have Hookshot, they can just Ocarina dive in.
That's true.
Which I would imagine.
Definitely do know that, yeah. I can guarantee you that.
See what the windmill has for us and what fishing has for us.
I mean, part of the strength of going for domain early, and at least in my mind, is there's a Polynos. Is that in general, a lot of racers actually don't like to do domain.
Yeah, it's very slow, out of the way.
Yeah,
so.
If you string along with anything though, it gets okay. It gets
yeah, it's not a terrible play. So if there was something there, Obviously, we're seeing Sora is not opting to do that. You would be
He's
very far ahead.
with the ZL, you can just go through Lost Woods, so he's probably just committing to Lost Woods and getting Saria's.
Yeah, makes sense.
Being very, very safe. He just really doesn't want to do another age change if possible, probably. You delay the information that you get from Pedestal, but I don't know.
Is that really all that relevant at the moment?
Yeah, we don't have very many hints to go off of, so I think I like this play just for the extra information, the hint stones that you probably don't get as adult.
Oh, I got a stick upgrade. Fun. Playing Hyder Poe to get a little love smack.
Ooh, that is a spell. Looks like...
Oop, garbage.
Nares. Yeah, Nares. He's like, oh, what color is it? Yeah, we have basically no hints outside of, like, sometimes some 30-50 Skull Dead, Iron Boots on Frog Suit, whatever. That's a big shrug. No way to heroes yet, no opportunity, no parents.
Yeah, at this point, it's just prioritizing item density, hint density, so...
Yeah, I think it really depends on the kind of style of racer that you are. Do you think that the child one and adult one segments are their own segments, or do you think of more of it like one combined, like phase one of the seed, right? Your child one plus your adult one. Do you think of it combined like that? The checks that get really good are the ones that are shared between the ages, because you can just throw them around depending on what warps that you get. Ooh, there's a strength on Dampe Race. Shoutouts to my friend Tiris, who has skipped Dampe Race about 20 times in races and has not been punished yet. But he will eventually.
With early bomb bag, that strength's not entirely relevant, but definitely allows some nice stuff in forest, I guess. Although I doubt we'll see a forest this seed. We shall see. It is more interesting to know what's in logic and what's not with that strength. But at this point, both the races have enough items to pretty much skip every strength requirement, except for like forest. That's not too much of a big deal. Ooh, and Requiem, nice. Requiem is a very nice early song to get, especially with the spirit being a medallion.
There's something to be said, though, for, like, you don't have to use glitches, right? Like, if you just happen to have strength 2, just...
Oh, yeah.
Fucking whatever, like...
Oh, yeah, it's definitely nice to have. It's just not necessarily what you'll be looking for.
Sure.
Per se. And it's more important for, like, strength 2 to skip having to do glitches than strength 1. Because most of the strength 1 strats are faster. To skip them, a lot of the block puzzles. Although, albeit you need like hovers and stuff, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, where was? I guess like totally missed where Suns was. Was Suns Prelude? Yeah, it was Prelude.
Suns was on Prelude, yeah, and it was hinted too. It was kind of a late hint in Child 1 though, so it's not like terribly interesting.
No.
Sora has to be a little bit careful with his time of day routing here. Ooh, there's light arrows.
Nice. That is I would imagine Dotzo will probably get that towards the end of Adult here if he goes Lost Woods. But he might opt not to, depending if he wants to get those 3 hints and Minuet. Hey, he already knows what Minuet is, so he doesn't care, because Minuet Saria is kind of irrelevant. I guess it's 2 checks. Doesn't mean you need Minuet to have logical access to Sacred Forest Meadow, but we shall see. What was that song that Sora just got?
Water
Completely
Blue
missed.
Baron.
Oh, Nocturne.
Nocturne, yeah.
I would imagine Dotzo's going to just do these checks and then go into the dongos. I would imagine.
It's pretty much the reason he went this early adult, but I think he's going to be a little bit more thorough than that. He has a Goron tunic, so he can just do Crater if he really wanted to with ZL, so I think it's fine.
Oh, was there a water foolish hint?
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, water foolish is just assume so until proven otherwise. I wonder if 4 items in there are going to be anything of value.
Much better to find than Waterway the hero. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Storms
that is
on
fair.
Burning Tech. Storms on Burning Tech.
Ooh, hammer.
Ooh.
We're seeing probably an early fire here then from Dotzo.
Very nice.
I want to say baby seed yet. We still don't have bow and magic. And bow and magic like to hide and also like to be locked by other bows and other magics. So you never know.
Magic, so
magic was first minute. You are right. There's still bow, alright? This just shows how much I respect magic as an item.
Wow. I bet you don't even have it on your tracker, do you?
I don't care about magic until it gets to when I'm fighting dwarf, alright? It's irrelevant.
Good rank for Sora. Like we said, getting on his way back to the
Makes sense. We still don't have a bottle. Oh, actually, no. Dotzo has a bottle. Did you just get that?
Yeah.
Or have I not been paying attention?
Yeah, he got that here also in Goron City, I think.
Okay. Buddha Valley is barren. Because we do still need a bottle to get into Jabu, of course. But it's the easy bottle on the way.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't go on maze. Okay. I was paying attention to the equipping Goron tunic here. Yep. Nice baby blue.
Sora was pretty restricted with his time of day. Couldn't really commit to anything else, so he kind of had to go adult here just to get the Suns. He could just go back child though, do Jabu. I could totally see that happening. Yeah, he's kind of sitting there for a quick second, but looks like he's going to commit to the adult segment here. Okay, second try for Dotzo there. Into Bolero, which is vanilla.
Not immediately going into fire here. Interesting.
No, he's going to clear DC first, 'cause it's faster, it's higher density. And he's going to clear all these checks, because that's kind of what he's been routing around a little bit here. But it looks like Graveyard's way to hero, actually. Probably for Requiem. But I don't think... What else did we see? Ooh, there's Feroz Wind. And Crater.
Yeah, it's our first way of the year.
Oh, right, yeah, the strength also on Tampe. That's a good point. Graveyard is way to hero. Dotzo gonna go for this hand up here. Like we said, we only have one way to hero, one Baron. Really not a whole lot to go off of. There's really not a lot of direction. Ooh, Bomb of the Well is hero's path.
First opportunity hints.
That hand in the well is dead. There's another
bomb bag.
Looks like he's
Get a
gonna get a
fish.
fish. Yeah.
Probably just in case. I mean, both for Jabu and in case he ends up going into forest for some reason. Might as well have it.
It's not missing a whole lot. Just, I mean, to be able to be in go mode, so this could be a very quick seed.
Yeah, it could be DC, Fire, and Jabu. So we need to be able to beat one more medallion dungeon. Can't beat water yet, and can't beat spirit yet. Need mirror shield for spirit, and we need either hovers or a long shot for water. And we also need a bow for Ganon.
Nice bomb refill. Cool.
Pretty sure I had max bombs. A waste of a bomb refill. He could have been one bomb up if he did it after Great Fairy.
Yeah, probably kicking himself.
Prelude on Requiem. Oh, gain the Skulltula is interesting. Makes sense, I guess, to play it a little bit safe. Might as well.
There's not a lot of super great locations you can go to in the child segment. So it's gonna be thorough in the adult segment, I think. Just in general, from the looks of it.
Oh, he's not gonna let cancel to get the other one? Wow. What? Not wasting time? Damn.
Slingshot is in graveyard.
Colossus is garbage.
There's another foolish one.
Our last foolish hints. Water, Valley, and Colossus are our foolish hints.
Oh, I didn't see the Valley one.
Yeah, it was in Maze, I think.
Oh, okay. I think I was refilling my water.
Currently, we only have one opportunity hit, right? Which is bottom of the well. And one away the hero, I think, which is grave.
Graveyard.
Yeah, okay.
It'd be pretty funny if that's all we get.
Yeah.
It's like, that's it.
Crouch stab. Oh no. You could have crouch stabbed the wall and broken it. Gotta save those frames.
This race he might. I mean, it could come down to that.
It could, you never know.
Ooh, very nice Dante race for Sora. 47, okay. Pretty clean.
See if Sora does his adult section in a slightly different order than Dotzo or the same.
There's more options available to him with his warp sounds.
I don't know, dude. He didn't get a 46, so you know, garbage, totally. Didn't get world record. For shame.
Dang.
I think 46 is the fastest that's been done. Maybe a 40.
You can get that low, but
Yes, it's not easy. I'm pretty sure there's not many frames to spare.
no.
I think.
It's,
And you also had to like do stuff that's RTA slower, I think, but gets you further along before the timer starts. I think.
it always depends on how you're feeling too. For execution, like maybe on average you wouldn't get that. Just don't go for it. Then it's like something you practice in like casual matches, not in like tournament matches. So I could see them like knowing it, but like not wanting to go for it too. Depends on how reliable they think it is for them. So trying to be fancy.
Interesting. Interesting route that Sora took. I guess because he had Nocturne to coming in from graveyard. Oh, missed the frame. On a specific frame, if you pull up a text, you delay the blue switch from deactivating. Like what's shown right there.
Probably gonna go for the hammer. Yeah.
Yep. Dotzo likes to save his bombs.
It's just
Can't
very,
blame him.
like... Is he, like, waving his cane at you? Like, nah, don't use your bombs now. You might need them.
Yeah. I mean, I understand why. When you run out of bombs, it's a very awkward experience.
Guess. I mean, you have 2 bomb players. So...
We're just seeing Sora go DC before going up the mountain. Doesn't really make too much of a difference. Maybe slightly faster because you have less backtracking to do, but you also didn't get hammer, and really up to preference.
Sora's not too far behind here.
No.
It's really just the hammer, but again, that's at Goron City. He's gonna do that anyway. He's just gonna be a little bit more efficient about it, I think.
Yeah.
The only like real difference I can see between the 2 rounds is that Dotzo's being pretty thorough, but not necessarily being efficient. He's kind of going towards certain areas, but skipping a few things here and there as well. So it's, I don't know. Versus Sora, I think has been very thorough in Child 1, but I mean, I think it's going to pay off for him. Maybe in the form of information, but they're pretty, I don't know. They're fairly close in that regard, too.
So we're seeing, I would imagine, a river play from Dotzo here. Yup.
I guess he wants more information. I mean...
Yeah, more information, 3 quick checks, probably lead it into going Lost Woods.
I would think. You have Bolero, so you could just Bolero out, too. And...
Yeah. Could be noted, because they're items right now, once you Bolero, you have to like save a quit or warp somewhere else to get out. We don't have hook shot or hovers, like walk out. So, not really a big deal, but for routing purposes, it makes sense. I would imagine if he did, he probably would have already done fire, or would be doing fire now. Just get out of the way. Because you might stumble across the item, you never know. Well, progressing towards your goal.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine to route it in, I mean...
Yeah, especially with Bolero there, it's like not a big deal to come back. Sadly, we won't see, if he is going Lost Woods here, we won't see the ledge clip to get in because he has scale. But, shield. 40 is garbage. I don't know if we already knew that. We have most hints, but 2 more opportunities and 1 more way of the hero is a big hint that we're missing. Is he to get the big Goron sword? Yes, he is. So, ZR wasn't that good overall. I don't think it really gave him any new hints at all, and the items were pretty bad, but...
It's the only reason I kind of wouldn't want to do this.
But he's going Lost Woods now.
It's just some of the checks that you can do as either age, so it's really time that Sora has already spent doing these checks, so they're not quite converged yet in terms of their routing yet.
Yeah. They are slightly faster to do these checks as adult than as child, but not really enough to make that much of a difference. No. I wonder if he'll go into Meadow that far because he knows Minuet is sorry. I should probably get it, I would imagine.
Yeah, it depends on your overall route and how you route it in.
Yeah. I mean, getting Sarius before doing anything as child in Lost Woods is nice, because you can route in the 2 Sarius checks, so if they end up being something. I personally usually like pushing off Child Lost Woods later, just to get like Slingshot and Sarius. But that can always be a double-edged sword, because you have a couple tier 0 checks in here as well. So, all depends. I also prefer going adult relatively early. Who wants to be a child? Child's slow and doesn't have all the good items, so you know. But it can bite you in the butt sometimes. A lot of times, actually. Yeah, both runners are... Well, I guess Sora doesn't have the hammer or bottle yet, but I would imagine he's going to get that right after this. It's not a big deal. So both our runners are 2 items from Go mode. They need a bow, and they need a way to beat water or spirit. And they are Go mode. A hook shot... Oh, I guess they actually need 2 items for water. They need a hook shot to be able to get in, and they need hovers or a long shot to be able to get to Morpha. So a little bit more. A mirror shield would technically mean they could do hook shotless spirit. Depends on boss key placement. It would be pretty risky, and also slow and annoying. But it is doable within the DDR rule set. So we'll see if Sora opts to just get fire out of the way early or not. I would imagine Dotzo's going to do this, go back child, and go bottom of the well, would be my guess. But we shall see. I doubt we'll see an early Ganon's Castle from either player. Wouldn't really make sense with our current hints that we know. And of course GTG wouldn't make any sense either. So, those are really your high density areas left to do to search for things. Oh, are we seeing... Oh, Dotzo actually is going. He's opting to stay as adult and go desert area. Not necessarily saying that's I'm a fan of that play, but maybe a payoff.
17-minute difference for the hammer for Dotzo and Sora.
Yeah. Knowing that bottom of the well is opportunity hinted, I feel it's odd to not go there. Especially because you know Gerudo Valley is garbage, so you don't even get those 3 checks. But I guess he doesn't have Serenade, so he could be taking this into... Yeah, I don't know. Seems odd.
He's going through GTG, I guess.
Yeah, but you can't even full clear GTG because you don't have irons, and you don't have a way to skip. We need either hovers or both or 2 strength to be able to do the like area. So.
Right.
And then, of course, no bow, no opponas to be. Or actually, they do have opponas, right? Yeah. No bow to be able to do archery. Seems like an odd decision. But may it pay off. Who knows? I'm pretty sure Dotzo got the hint for bottom of the well. But I guess bottom of the well is known to be kind of trolly. And it is only an opportunity hint, so it could just be like another bomb bag or something. We shall see. He's also going to get thrown out all the way to the carpenter's tent here, which is slower because he's on hookshot. Interesting. Also, like hookshotless and bowless GTG is. I wonder why.
I'd rather just go fire because it's progression, right? So I don't know. Yeah. That's just me, but.
Yeah, I would have preferred going fire or just going bottom of the well, but I'm not in the finals, so.
I mean, bottom of the well, they could probably assume is. What do you think on Hero's Path?
Yeah, I mean you'll get something, but that something could be complete utter garbage. You don't know. But also, bottom of the well is like the highest checks per minute on like the game, pretty much. So. Already quick to do and something to go off of.
You don't need all the keys in DDR, so definitely can be very quick. Without a bow, though.
Yeah, I think the biggest issue here is without the bow, you're just leaving behind like 3 checks minimum. Then you're leaving behind 4 checks from the like room because you can't do that right now.
Yeah, I'm not super in love with the play. It's a little bit too aggressive for me.
Yeah. Maybe Dotzo thinks he's behind, although...
I don't see how you could think you're behind.
Yeah, especially getting all those items as early adult, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I would argue if you wanted to stay adult, it's probably better just to go Cannon's Castle for this. But to be fair, GTG is in logic, because we do have opponents, so... That is true.
Get needed down there.
Yeah, that is fair, Key. Everyone always thinks they're behind, right?
Sora opting to do the
Did he go on top of the
Yeah, he went to the top instead of
the
bridge. Could be easier, right? To aim, right?
Oh, did he go like the top, or did he like just go to the freestanding and then go from there?
Just went to the top.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess.
Maybe
I personally usually just like mega flip to the freestanding without checking it, just because why not? I don't have to look. I have terrible eyes, and then go from there. Got a mega flip anyways to do this song, so.
Right.
And there's an easy setup you can do off the wall for the angle. But yeah, we're seeing Sora do fire here, which makes sense. I wasn't looking, but I imagine he did both the magic fairies before coming in.
Yeah, they both did.
Okay. Makes sense, because he is going to have to warp out of here once he's done, because there's no DDR legal way for him to get out without hovers or... Ooh, he got hit. Without hovers or hookshot. Also seeing no clip here from Sora. No one's got time for watching those blocks disappear. Always one bat that's being a pain. I imagine we're looking for an early boss key here. Because it's fire, there's only 5 items. Once you get boss key, you just kill the boss and leave. Not really any reason. With so much more game left to do to full clear fire at this point. But maybe they will. Kind of doubt it. It's a lot of time for not many checks. If you don't have to go deep. So we're just hoping for boss key to be like right here. And we can just kill Volgia and leave. It would be ideal. But, you know, the game doesn't like to do that. Sometimes it does. And of course, we're definitely hoping that Pierre doesn't have boss key, because that would be very awkward, to say the least. I imagine Dotzo got nothing but... Did he get Lens in GTG, it looks like? And then Fours. Nothing really of note. And now he's going Gan's Castle. Gan's Castle with a hook shot can be a little awkward. I would imagine... Oh, is Link the Goron, yeah. Lens is practically irrelevant. I guess it's like chess minigame. And then like crossing the wasteland when you don't have wreck. But... in terms of actual gameplay, not much interesting. I would imagine both the runners know how to do lensless wasteland. Okay, makes sense. So only did the double magic. Makes sense. You don't have hook shot, and you don't want to do hook shotless spirit because that's extremely slow and annoying. So no real reason. And again, he knows about that bottom of the well, which I would imagine is what he's doing now. He might be doing 3 songs too. Possibly. Well, the other 2 songs, I guess. Because he already did ZL. But I would imagine he's going to beeline bottom of the well here. I would imagine. Maybe do Lon Lon as well. Doing chess minigame first makes sense. Chess minigame. Maybe. I don't know if he's done... what is it? For his wind is, or is it Dins? Dins is the castle one. Castle Fairy, I think, in the vanilla game.
Yeah.
Just doing some cleanup. But I would imagine bottom of the well is going to be early on his list of places to go. And sadly, no early boss key in Fire, so we're going deep. You'll probably see a clip here to speed up Fire a bit.
I think he's just gonna go for the glitchless jump.
Yeah, okay, he's doing this setup for the clip. Yep, makes sense. 90-degree turn, blah blah blah. Yep.
Or not glitchless jump, but the glitch jump.
Yeah. That's the classic way to do it. Well, I guess not the classic way is like really old, but that's the new faster way to do it. Although usually they don't.
Arts.
Yeah, usually you don't like crouch stab. You just it doesn't matter. It's not the most difficult thing to do, but you can mess it up and fall all the way to the bottom, which is not good, to say the least. It's a huge waste of time if you don't like strafe enough. But that's always nice because it allows us to be like, if Pierre has a small key, we can get around that effectively. Because we can pretty much dictate how many small keys we're going to use because we unlock that path earlier than we're intended to. So it's just safer that way. Of course, if Pierre has the boss key, there's nothing we can do about that. Oh, but most likely Pierre doesn't.
Just getting in here in case. I guess it's dead, yeah. Or, oh, for movement here, he hasn't done upper. I can see him setting it again, though. Just in case you get hookshot later. come back here.
Yeah.
More likely to 60-20 grenades.
Well, he's probably going to, I would imagine, do the upper Goron here, and then jump down, do the 2 Gorons, do the map chest, and then throw his twin back.
Right.
In case he doesn't get boss key by that point.
Ooh,
the silvers. There is something in here. That is in logic, too. Actually, no, that's not in logic. Never mind. We don't have any logical access here because we don't have hookshot or hovers, and Bolero is on Bolero. So, we do not have any logical access to any of this stuff right now.
This is Bolov too.
That one, oh yeah. Depending on if there's a small key in that one chest. Yeah, I don't remember what was there. But yeah, we don't have any logical access to Fire Temple at all because we mega flipped to get over here.
Dotzo's moving.
He's going places, checking Tech Grotto. Imagine he's doing all the field right here, or he's actually probably good to go Lawn, I would imagine, after this. Because he hasn't done that yet. Yup. Good to see a Hess. Yeah. He's zooming across the land. He's got places to be. He messed it up.
Oh, he hasn't done this yet.
No, he hasn't. He got the song and bailed. We know he's not really gonna get anything of note. I mean, he'll get like Serenade, but yeah.
Sora's looking pretty good here.
Yeah, sure. You can go over the railing. It's just like if you need a key to if you need a key in that chest to get through the locked door to get logical access to that railing, it would be the lock technically. I didn't really see where the small keys were.
I think it
could
is
be.
locked by Wolf. There should be a key on Wolf here, I think.
Yeah. Wasn't counting. Yeah.
That is the advantage though to doing the way that Sora did. Like if you know that, it's a really potent routing to make it a lot more efficient. I think he's got the number of options. He's 9. Oh, looks like he's a little bit short. Might have been 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Where do you think Sora goes after fire?
It honestly depends. I would imagine he's probably going bottom of the well as well. I mean, both the runners have that hint, and both of them are looking for something. There's no more dungeons they could complete that they need to complete. Maybe we'll see him go GT or GTG, but if you're picking a secondary optional dungeon, why don't you pick the one that's guaranteed to have at least one good item?
Yeah, the one that's hinted to you.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I don't know.
It depends. I mean,
checks that Dotzo or Sora's already done too, so like.
They're both pretty even right now. Although I guess Sora does have a dungeon up.
Yeah,
so.
Sora's definitely ahead now. I mean, if you skip Lon though that early, I feel like you just skip it forever. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would imagine too. If you don't go early and you get the song, I'm a fan of skipping Lon.
The situations like this, where if your opponent's just way more efficient, like it's
not good.
It can just be the nail in the coffin that they needed, especially if it's going to be a close match.
I guess we'll see Dotzo go Jabu here. Actually, I've got Jabu. Neither player has done yet.
Yeah.
So I guess that makes sense.
So
doing Jabu before bottom of the wall makes sense. Yeah, I'm surprised Dotzo bothered to get it. He has 20 sticks. It's kind of irrelevant to get Kokiri's sword at this point. You're not going to do anything with it.
I thought Sora might be going to Spirit first. He might also want to be checking Child Spirit along with Jabu, so that might be the areas that they kind of congregate towards here. Except Sora's going to be up a strength and a dungeon, so definitely ahead here. Doesn't need that much to be in go mode, really. Need a bow still? Are we going to be in bow mode?
Most likely. We still need a way to beat one more dungeon, but then it's bow mode. Either need a
item. I mean,
yeah.
one or two.
We most likely are gonna want a hook shot, but technically we can do hook shotless spirit.
It can be a scary position to be in for the runners. I mean, especially if it's this early on and you're only like 1 or 2 items away.
Yeah.
You have to be thinking about where your opponent could be too. Could really just end like that. So.
Oh, he's actually opting to do East Field instead.
Huh.
Imagine he'll do this and then just Serenade back and then go Jabu.
Oh.
Or he might take this into doing Lost Woods Child stuff because he hasn't done that yet.
I think dotzo's been a lot more pro hint routing. It's really just routing around hints, I think. He hasn't really made a decision on which area to go to, which is weird because I think he was a little bit more aggressive earlier on in the match. Now he's a little bit more contemplative. If you're going to be aggressive, be aggressive the whole time. So I'm not super in love with this routing decision.
Yeah, I'd say overall, I think it was a good route. Besides, I don't understand the GTG play at all. If I'm being honest.
Or just go fire. Like, there's no reason not to do fire because you know. Are you going to skip fire? Are you really going to skip fire?
Yeah, I would have prioritized going fire and then.
Cannons is hero's path.
Oh, interesting.
Definitely gonna be a let's go the fuck to Jabu now for dotzo. It's like, I mean, should probably go there. Like,
wait, what was that hint?
Inside Ganon's is.
Oh, interesting. That honestly could be the bow. It wouldn't surprise me at this point.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, I think Sora prioritizing Jabu over here is good because he hasn't done East either, but can get the dungeon out of the way.
There's a lot more runners nowadays. I've really noticed. Really are anti-field, anti-domain. They're okay areas to check depending on the settings, but
yeah, domain is
the majority of racers just hate both areas for the kind of the same reason. It gets a little bit better on UDR because of the strats you can use with bombs to get across the field. But...
yeah.
Oh, that's I think it's double graveyard way to hero.
Oh, did we see 3 already?
I think so. That's SFM, whatever the first one was, and then domain.
Okay. Well, if it's 3, then yeah, that's double.
It's probably for Requiem. Slingshot. You could also see for strength too, but. Oh, Shadow Pedestal. Okay. Yeah, so that is double. I would definitely want to go do Spirit before going back to Adult. I think that's what Sora's been setting up anyway, so Sora's not going to get punished for that, but I think dotzo's going to be thinking about that. I don't think he's really, like... I don't think he's yet picked the direction to go in. Not playing Suns. I definitely think dotzo's thinking about his routing here.
Yeah, I can see not going Spirit in this scenario with Magic at the very least. We can do most of it just as Adult, but without a Fire Source, you can get boned.
Well, for dotzo specifically, he knows about the double grave there. Actually, no, Sora does now.
Sora does, yeah.
Yeah, that could be... It could be the nail in the coffin, honestly. Oh.
That's funny.
Okay. Letters just in domain. That's cool.
Still gonna do the ledge cancel. Oh. Maybe? Yeah, there we go.
Well, at least logically, then you know that it's...
yeah, it's in logic, so...
Yeah. Just walking past inside.
Check the hint first, makes sense. Check the hint after Jabu, you get spit out near the other one, so do that into Fora's Wind after Jabu. Probably go back adult or maybe go Spirits Child. We'll see. Be curious if he decides to skip rank chests here. It's always a decision to make. You can do a similar trick at the back where that we saw in DC, where you delay the blue switch with the text from Navi to get the 2 items in the back. But of course, you had to haul Rudo's dumb self all the way up to be able to do rank chest, because the game like hard checks for that, which is very annoying.
Dotzo's really changing gears here. It looks like he's the player that's being more thorough now. Clearing Child Goron City, setting it up at least.
Yeah, I think getting Saria by going adult early, you definitely want to prioritize these Saria checks.
Sure.
If they are something, it's a bigger advantage to you, especially because Sora is known to pretty much always do 3 songs, so that's what's expected. Sora is the biggest proponent of staying child and doing 3 songs.
Yeah, I would be too, honestly. I mean, it's just so good, just on a base level, that it's really hard to outdo that with, like...
It honestly depends on the hints and what you get.
Yeah. Of course, it's always situationally dependent. I mean, you never want to be in a scenario where you always or never do something in the randomizer.
Yeah.
Because at some point, you will get punished. It doesn't matter if it's today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, you will get punished someday. But, I mean...
Yeah.
So you have to factor that in. So that being said, there's always stuff that you probably 99% of the time want to do.
Yeah.
Or just make concessions in your routing. So
it's definitely a lot better to go adult early in DDR just because the glitches are disposal to make the routing more convenient if we get bad items. But 3 song is still very powerful, always will be, which is fine. It honestly just depends on what hints you get. I personally usually just grab egg and go adult, don't even do ZL. But it really just does depend on what you get and what hints are there. Again, you want to spend as minimal time as child as possible, because child is much slower than adult. But you have to be child sometimes. And whatever route you choose, you will be leaving behind some checks because you just don't have the items to do it. That is nice. That is very nice.
Nice hook shot for Sora on the map chest, and we'll be checking the compass chest.
I would imagine when Dotzo goes Jabu, he will definitely do these 2 checks and probably skip Rang.
The only thing I don't like about his running is he's not going to progression right now. It's just doing overworlds.
Yeah, it's not a decision. But I guess if you're... I don't know.
I don't quite get it.
Definitely playing the bottom of the well here.
Yeah, I guess. But then why don't you go earlier?
Yeah,
Child Goron City and stuff.
I say...
yeah. But you just go there. I mean...
Yeah. I say the biggest mistake from Dotzo was the GTG play. Everything else was fine.
Oh yeah. That was definite. Well, and the fact that he had to cross Wasteland too. It's just a huge time sink.
Yeah,
it's way longer than you think.
I think it could have been a mix of like I've had it too, where you think you're like, oh, I can do this, and then you forget like, oh, I actually don't have X items, so it becomes a lot more awkward,
Yeah,
like you're like, oh, I don't have hookshot, but I can do hookshotless GTG. But then you remember, oh wait, I don't have like a way to do like, or I don't have a bow. You just forget stuff sometimes. Him bailing early is good, but my point is, if you're bailing that early, why do you spend the overworld movement time to get there if you're gonna bail that quickly?
Yeah.
So I think it was like a thing where I would imagine with Dotzo, he went there and then halfway through was like, this is not a good idea. But I'm already going there, so I had to do something. Which happens, of course. No one's perfect at routing. So.
Across the Wasteland, though, is like doing chickens, but you don't get an item after.
Yeah.
Fine. It's fine, but definitely would want to see rather if it's definitely Jet Seed, or if it's a longer one, it can maybe like AV or something. Really depends. A lot of different ways that you can really route and lead your routing in.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if Bo is like required this seed, then Dotzo has a fighting chance, I think, depending on when Sora goes there. But if Bottom Well is complete utter garbage, then that's not going to be the case. I do like this graveyard Bottom Well play with the hints we know. We know Graveyard's the way of the hero, so you want to be extra safe for the graveyard. And doing Bottom of the Well, it's just you had that information a lot earlier, so should have done it earlier, I guess.
Also, knowing that Ganon's is
yeah
on the hero's path. I don't know if both players know that or if only one of them does.
I don't think Sora did East Field. I don't think we've seen it anywhere but that one grotto, I think.
It's still though, like even if you go there and you find your go mode, if you find your bow there, and that's maybe the last thing you need. I'd rather do that than go Bottom World first. Like
that's true.
If you do, then you already have Prelude and Nocturne of Sora, so it's not even that big of a deal.
Yeah, it's just I guess you were already there, and to be fair with like both of them, of course, Song of Storms, you logically need to get to Bottom of the Well. So all of this is out of logic, and a lot of Ganon's Castle is also going to be out of logic because we're just going to clip into Light Trial. So they're kind of similar in that regard, and Bottom of the Well has more checks, but is also like slower getting there. But I would say prioritizing that one's a better idea just because of the grave way the hero, and we still have Dompe to do and Royal Torches, as we saw. But I could see going either way. I don't think we know where Storms is. No one's gotten it. I don't think it's been hinted.
It's on Burning Cack.
Oh, it's on Burning Cack? Okay, it's been hinted. That was what I know. Oh yeah, I see it written down.
So it's locked by Mirror Shield side. I mean, should know that it's not going to be for the Mirror
Ooh, that isn't good.
Yeah.
That magic could have been the opportunity hint, and that is why opportunity hints can be stupid.
Yeah, that's why I would rather just go Ganon's first, and then know if you have to go Bottom of the Well, and then you just go back there anyway. It's fine. But...
it honestly depends.
Yeah, I mean...
on what you want to...
They don't need Strength 3, right?
No. Okay. They don't, but like, they're both equally, like, kind of out of logic. So...
right, but... I mean, at this point in the seed, you can kind of nail down where Mirror Shield is a little bit. You only have so many options, and... I think you would just go... I think it could just be in Spirit. Like Child Spirit, and use that for like BK or something.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of choices
with
that you can make.
And Ganon's, and then the seed's just done. So, like, I would rather just avoid that possibility entirely rather than just doing side dungeons if possible.
Yeah. I have found it odd that we got that Bottom of the Well hint so early, and yet it's taken this long for someone to act on it.
Right.
And of course Sora doesn't know about the Ganons yet.
Looks like he's setting up Bottom of the Well, though.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's definitely going to play Nocturne here to do Dompe and etc. etc.
He's going to bail after finding magic. I don't think he's going to full clear it.
Yeah, I still need a decent amount of items. And again, Bottom of the Well is an extremely dense area for items. So if you're already there, I say it's foolish to leave. Now, I think maybe in Dotzo's case, because you know Castle also has something good, I can see the argument to leave then. But with Sora's case... yeah, with Sora's case... oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
With Sora's case, he doesn't know about Ganon's Castle, so pretty much the only hint he has to go off of right now is Bottom of the Well. Awesome.
Bomb bag.
Oh yeah, all the bomb bags now. Well, Bottom Well would have been pretty great if you like just YOLO'd went super early.
Yeah.
I have no reason to ever do that, but would have been interesting.
I mean, I feel like the earlier you go to Bottom of the Well, the better it usually is. So just
yeah.
I just assume that, and then
Yeah. It's, oh boy. Bottom of the well was.
Others.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
So
necessarily
that
needed.
is pretty huge more for Sora than anything.
Oh,
With
that's
that,
true.
Sora can beat water.
Ooh.
So he's looking
Oh,
for.
Sora could just be done then. With
Well, he
Ganon's
still need
path.
Bow.
This doesn't know it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Ganon's path. He doesn't know its path though, but I think he's gonna go there anyway, just based off the routing. It just makes the most sense, I think.
Well, actually, he bailed. He's not going bottom of the well.
Wow. Okay.
So this could be interesting, but we could see a Ganon's Castle play here from Sora. Could be what's happening. I do find it odd to prioritize Castle over bottom of the well, because maybe Sora does have that hint. I don't think he does. But we'll see. I mean, I guess to be fair, you always had to think, oh, we don't have Song of Storms, and we know where it is, and you need to be able to beat Spirit to get there, so Mirror Shield can't be here, so...
I think it's fairly likely that you get...
Yeah. I mean, you're guaranteed to know Mirror Shield can't be in bottom of the well. And I don't know how confident Sora is in his ironless water.
I like skipping it just for that on Sora's side, for sure.
Yeah. But Dotzo doesn't care. He does ironless water for breakfast, so it's irrelevant.
He has to Child Spirit, though, before going back adult, so this also could be a huge game changer.
Yeah.
This is kind of hinted way the hero pretty hard, so he's been playing more towards gathering a lot of hints in his routing and kind of acting on the hints, I would say, versus Sora. But Sora hasn't really gotten that many super great hints, but I think his routing's definitely paid off better, for sure. He's being a little bit more progression-oriented, not doing as many side dungeons. And it always comes back down to that opener, and kind of why the 3-song opener is really, really good. It's just so you get a nice efficient spread, nice hint spread. It's pretty average across the board, so that's why it's usually pretty good. And it's not too extreme either way, but you don't get as big of a payoff sometimes, so... But in a 1v1 scenario, I think that's totally fine. I think that's where 3-song actually shines. You don't want to do it in like a weekly necessarily, because it's not high risk, high reward. But it's pretty interesting to think about, just in terms of the meta.
Yeah. I mean, I would say in a 1v1, you should go more high risk, high reward. Qualifier, not as much. But again, it honestly depends. Oh, did that kill it?
Depends what kind of race you are and where you're at,
yeah.
skill level-wise. It would always depend on that first.
It really does depend. I was more a diehard adult early, but I've changed recently just to be more flexible with the hints. But it pays off sometimes. It doesn't some other times. Really, the worst thing with OOT Rando is having an opening and sticking to it no matter what is a terrible idea. But make sure you don't do that. Always have multiple openings you can do, depending on what happens.
Getting the 1-bomb super slide before a second try.
Nice. Getting that 4-frame window for that super slide. Just do 2 bombs because it's a 7-frame window. A lot of upper frames, but 1 bomb is good as one. Yeah, Sora, not Sora, Sage. Generally speaking, 3-song's just weaker because, for example, you could I get nothing, but I can clip into ZR from Lost Woods, going adult early if I get nothing, or you can just go ZR from Field, and then you can ledge clip to go into Lost Woods. There's a lot more you can do in DDR to if you get nothing, but it really depends. Yeah, it honestly just depends, and sometimes you'll get bit really hard, and sometimes you won't. But honestly, what you're really looking for is one of those early hints to be like, X area is good. And then you're like, okay, I go off that, pretty much. They didn't get that this seed, so it became more of like personal preference. And again, I think it would be a lot closer right now if dotzo didn't do that GTG play. That was a huge time sink for effectively nothing. But we don't know. Both players are still looking for that bow. So yeah, and Sora doesn't have that hovers. And I have no idea how good Sora is at ironless water anyways. I don't know. I don't know how many glitches Sora is comfortable with.
Yeah.
Ironless water is very prevalent in DDR because, of course, we don't need irons. You can full clear water without irons, but not the easiest feat, especially for like Central Pillar. That's definitely somewhat important to know.
Yeah, that was definitely the hinted path strat.
I do find it odd that Dotzo hasn't done either Jabu or Fire yet. Usually you want to prioritize dungeon completion, especially like Jabu. I mean, Jabu's a guaranteed 4 items. Well, most likely he'll skip rank chest. It's just slow, but that's still like a lot of quick items.
Maybe it's because he's been playing lots of co-op recently.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I read how his routing's been a little bit this scene. There's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or does Sora get something? I missed. Oh, Sora got gold gauntlets. Is that what happened?
So that's the only thing in Ganon's? I mean, I guess they go for PK chest?
Yeah.
I guess. Gonna shrug and go do it. What is BK just gonna have? If anything, it might just be nothing.
Yeah, it could just be nothing. I mean, with that strength, that's the that's good enough to be the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Do we not have all 3 opportunities? We only have Bottomwell and Castle.
Yep.
Okay, we don't have the 3rd one yet.
Nope.
It's probably chilling in the Lake Hylia Gossip Stones as it likes to do.
Yeah, if Sora got those, he might be like finished by now, depending on what information I has too. I think.
Ooh, we're seeing Wasteland here. Okay.
Put away.
Guess mine as well, because you went Spirit. There we go. Do we have a bow? Oh. So we're seeing Jabu. Ooh, long shot.
Long shot. Okay.
Oh, that completely invalidates bottom of the well. So, yep, we're seeing ironless water from Sora here. He's gonna go be able to talk to old Gainy boy, but he already has light arrows, so he's not gonna do that, of course.
Yeah.
But he still needs to find his bow.
Oh, imagine if he's just in GTG and it's locked by the items that Dotzo didn't have when he was first there. That would just been the most punishing thing ever. I think that's the big possibility here. Or it's in Jabu.
Yeah. It could...
Imagine being Jabu. And Dotzo's been more thorough, so what if he finds that, and then he just goes Ganon because he knows its path, and then he just...
Oh yeah, Sora didn't do rank chest, did he?
No.
I thought he did. Oh, I guess he didn't.
Did he? I don't know, chat.
I mean, he brought Rudo up, so it'd be kind of odd not to.
Yeah.
So, Dotzo just skipping all of Domain, which he won't get the Rudos. What a shame. but
Yeah.
not a big deal. I imagine at this point Dotzo feels very behind. I know everyone always feels behind, but with how much you've done and gotten practically nothing for it, you have to be like, I have to be very risky now. I would imagine is his mindset.
Yeah.
And we're seeing Ocarina Dive here from Sora. That is true. Dotto's going to get this hook shot back here, and most likely we'll see fire and water back to back, and well, see from there. There we go. So Dotto's going to do the thing I was talking about. On the frame you land on it, if you pull up a text box, which in this case is going to be a Navi hint for an item, for an enemy. Ooh, missed it. It will delay the button from like checking its state or something. Oh, no ledge clip from Sora. That method's... There we go, there it is. Now you can just go waltz right in. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Sora ends up going bottom of the well anyways, because he's still looking for a bow. So, like, what better options do you have than just go bottom of the well?
It's hinted, I mean...
Yeah, it's hinted. You don't know how much else to go with. I mean, we know it's going to be worthless from Sora's perspective, but... who knows? On the other side, Dotzo, I mean, if there's not a bow on the path, I can imagine Dotzo just going Ganon's castle. So, I mean, it's kind of the same for both. And then in that scenario, Sora is ahead and goes GTG first, or wherever the bow ends up actually being.
It's about a dungeon lead for Sora right now.
Seeing the unpause, yep.
Oh, nice.
Oop, almost missed. Got it though. Early boss key.
Yeah.
That is very nice. Immediately bailing. Makes sense.
Be always a bit scary to set up that jump.
Yeah, it
Especially
can
with the water fully lowered.
be quite bad if you don't get it.
Imagine one on just a bow on Morpho. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that would be
Hog.
wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
I think Sora's gonna go GCG after water here, 100%.
Yeah, at this point I wouldn't be surprised if there's like a bow in like GTG.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be strength 2 lock in there.
We got to see a bow in Forest. Maybe.
Good, yeah. It's possible.
Obviously at this point probably at least one bow, maybe two are bow locked. I would imagine.
Where is the bow?
Well, I guess Cavern maybe has something. We do have logical access to Cavern. So maybe there's a bow in Cavern. Because this seed hates everyone. We shall see.
Morpha. A little bit
Oh, yeah,
slippery
yeah.
today. A little bit slippery.
Oh yeah, Dobby's right. There actually can't be anything in water because water was hinted as barren. There is no bow. Guaranteed. That used to not be the case, but we fixed that in the hints.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you didn't get away.
Pretty slippery. It's like, I would imagine more of it being like a big pool of oil rather than being water. So like, I feel like Link shouldn't be like swimming in it. I feel like he should sink like pretty rapidly.
Oh. Excuse me.
And he's just surrounded by this thick, live oil, you know. That's not
Yeah.
great.
Morpha is interesting.
Very
I feel
slippery.
like they ran out of ideas when they got to Morpha.
They ran out of ideas when they got to Morpha, you say?
They were like, oh, ball in water. Go
Would you rather
print.
have like a Squirtle there? Like, I don't know.
That would be more interesting, at least.
Like a turtle that lives in the water?
Dude, imagine a giant turtle boss. Oh no, I'm already set. What about a giant crab? That'd been fun.
Okay. Sure.
Do we get to see hook shot to open this up? We don't have long shot, so we can't do the easy way. If you have GZ, I would recommend looking at this in Collision Viewer. The trigger for that is just a giant cylinder, as everything in this game is. It's actually very interesting, and it's not where it should be, really. So we see Sora going Spirit here. Again, I find it interesting that he's pushing up bottom of the well so much. I mean, we know it wouldn't help him, but still find it interesting. Maybe at this point he thinks because he pushed it off so long, it's just he would be behind if it actually had something.
Probably something extraneous, I guess. I don't know. If it had something, dotzo would have finished already. Could be a way that he thinks about that too.
Yeah, BK skips are banned. You explicitly have to press A on the door that leads to the boss loading zone. So no BK skips, no 2-3-1 skips, no stupid stuff in Dodongo or Jabu. You have to press A on the door that goes to the boss loading zone. And hovering is also banned. Of course, most boss key skips can be done in a legal way, or essentially a legal method that is allowed in DDR, but the act of doing it isn't, if that makes sense. Like boat skip would, like everything in boat skip, for example, would be legal, but the act of actually entering the loading zone isn't, so it would be pointless. Because you need a BK skip for it to actually be valuable.
Yeah, nice setup there for dotzo. A long shot in water. It has to go a little bit out of bounds. Be a little bit technical about it. Nice key on adult side.
We'll see on Dotzo's side a hover boost to get to Morpho. I'm assuming he ledge clipped to get where he was, so it's a cool way to do it too. Classic, that ledge clip can get you pretty much anywhere. And if you learn that one ledge clip, you can do a lot in water. Ooh, interesting. The method doesn't require pausing for that. A little bit faster. Why not? It can get you anywhere, Dobby. 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 I'm going with Dobby.
There's the bow. It's in Spirit the whole time, guys. Come on. Spirit! It's great. It's great. Just go Spirit, guys.
Well, unless Sora dies like 5 times on Ganon, Sora won.
Yeah, that's the Maybe you should have gone to progression and fire. Would have worked out better for dotzo, but
Yeah.
Sora in go mode now. And that's gonna be a GG's for sure.
And we'll see a rematch between Sora and Sage in the grand finals. Sora has to win 2 because he's coming from loser side, so if he wins 1, he resets the bracket, and Sage only has to win 1 to be crowned the victor. Oh, Sora still has a long road ahead of him to win. Has to beat Sage twice. That's not an easy task.
I would imagine they're gonna schedule for next weekend, but again, we wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I would imagine. Again, maybe dotzo wins here if Sora has like a stroke or something, and
Falls on your keyboard and
yeah, but
like, you know,
it
it's
seems
probably not gonna happen.
yeah, seems unlikely.
Wait.
Oh yeah, VC crash. Oh no, dude! If that happened,
Yeah,
that'd be
bird
so
flies
bad.
into a power line that knocks it down, that burns a tree down next to the house, and then falls down onto the house. Boom. We got our freak series of events that will probably not happen, but we can speculate about them. Like they could.
Or doesn't do lag reduction here. There's a chance. Oh, I thought that was so funny. Good one.
Lag,
Oh.
am I right, guys?
Yeah, dude, lag wastes minutes, totally. Actually, it might waste a minute over this course of an entire run, maybe.
Just don't get lag for it.
Just be optimal. Just be Taz. It probably saves 10 minutes on X64, you're not wrong.
Oof.
Ugh.
It's pretty much just a glorified toaster in 64, right?
It baffles my mind the stuff they could actually get to run on that console.
It can't even toast a piece of bread. I mean, how good is it?
Yeah, you could probably modify it, you never know. Someone's probably made an N64 toaster.
Someone get on that, a dual toaster in 64, that'd be sick. I get hungry when I game, so... just don't make, like, melts in that. It'd probably not work out too well. Get cheese in the N64 side, and it just gets all messy. Maybe it runs better with cheese, I don't know. I don't know if we've tried that. We get technology to go that far. Cheese 64. I definitely want, if there's some way that you can get just the same slot to both do your toast and your N64. Now that'd be the future. It's just
You get crumbs in your cartridge.
No, it would like self-clean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then sometimes you need banana butts and you bathe your line. Well, that's why I guess that's what I haven't made.
Fun fact here, Big Goron Sword does less damage than Master Sword against Flame Dancer, because reasons. Don't ask me why. Also, the screen shake knocks him out. That's what it's checking for. It checks for the screen shaking.
Ganon damage totals or something.
Yeah, Ganon takes 1 damage from everything, 2 damage from Master Sword, something like that.
Yeah, it's got the same stuff. Same stuff. Anyway, there's Sora finishing.
Yep.
GG's. Great route. Good routing. Really no mistakes made.
Yeah,
just
we go out pretty clean.
Nice clean routing, nice clean finish. 138.12. You could say it's a jet. You could say it's a jet.
Yeah. Usually most seeds, you're looking for someone, like, usually, like, past 130s when you're looking to see if someone's finished or not.
Yeah.
Usually 130 to 2 hours is an average DDR seed. Someone will finish. Some seeds, not the case. It's rare a seed will ever go over 3 hours. I mean, this game's so fast usually that if someone's good enough at the game, they'll be able to clear everything in under 3 hours. So
Great. So Sora's here for interview. I'm gonna bring him in. GG, Sora.
BG's.
Keep,
Man, one seed. Quick one.
yeah,
What do you think about that one?
It felt pretty good. It was it wasn't a super hard seed. Just just needed to do a couple of tricks here and there to get it done, but it was pretty straightforward. Other than the hints, I didn't get a single opportunity hint. And the only way to hear it was graveyard, so it was kind of like flying blind for a while there. But yeah.
interesting. That would explain, because I was curious the entire time why you were putting off bottom of the well. That was hinted as an opportunity hint.
Wasn't there.
Hovers, magic, bomb bag. But Dotzo went very late. You got the long shot, so the hovers became irrelevant. But yeah, also Inside Games Castle was hinted as opportunity hint. Of course, for that strength that you found. We did not see the third opportunity, and Way the Hero was graved 2 times. That was fun.
Yep. So I was pretty confident that there was going to be a bow and spirit at the end there. So because it was really the only way the hero that made a lot of sense at that point. So
It gives you the fastest best option too. You don't want to go to GTG then spirit. You just go spirit then GTG.
yeah,
A
definitely.
little bit better, just on a time perspective. So I mean, I think your routing was really good to see. Wasn't really any mistakes that you made. I think just on a baseline, it was really good. Really good routing theory.
Yep. It wasn't pretty straightforward seed, I think, for both of you guys. You opted to more stay child early and do 3 songs, and Dotzo went adult early. Adult early, I think, paid off more, but then Dotzo fumbled a little bit in the middle. And then you guys just kind of retraced each other's steps for a long time.
It's always
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
it's always tough to tell whether it's better to go adult or child early on in DDR seeds, since there's no free Zelda. There's really a lot less freedom in child routing, so I tend to try to just get that out of the way when possible, when it makes sense. Like if I don't have like a ton, I had a decent amount of items here, so I could have easily justified going adult, but I didn't want to lose to like skipping a song again.
Yeah, it really just depends on your hints and how you feel about it. At the very least, like adult early is viable, so we're not dominated by 3 songs, but 3 songs is still very good as well. And you guys didn't really have any good early hints to help you at all, so it was just kind of up to personal preference what you prefer to do at that point. And both ended up working out a bit more. Adult had more just stuff early, but worked out for you in the end. Especially not getting those hints, you didn't get baited by bottom of the well.
I feel like bottom of the well.
Totally beat.
Yeah, it would have been nice to go there at some point with all those items, but
Yeah. I mean, you found the long shot, so at least you had the logical way to get through water.
yeah, if the water boss key was in a weird spot, it could have gotten a bit hairy, since I had no fire source or bow, and I am awful at weird shots.
Yeah, with what you currently had, there would have been 1 chest you couldn't do. You couldn't do the clam room. Everything else you could technically do. But I don't know if you're confident in like central pillar without irons. Or I guess you also couldn't do. Well, I guess you could do that one really stupid thing. But let's say you couldn't do a vortex room, a dragon head room, or a river. You could clip out of bounds and do stupid. No one's gonna do that ever.
Yeah. I probably would have just left and gone to spirit at that point.
Yeah.
So.
Wonder where Mirror Shield was this seed. Neither one of you guys found it.
Probably just in spirit, I would imagine.
Oh, the classic Mirror Shield in Spirit. It loves to be there.
You already
Hate it
have the
every time.
ladder and domain, so might as well.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
The double take you took Sora when getting that Rudo was pretty funny too. You're like, oh, okay.
I think I actually lost time by not just turning in the letter, but
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
the principle of the matter at that point.
You did the right thing.
Did the right
Fucking
thing,
Zora.
always skip. But yeah, I would imagine Dotzo's not looking at anything. He usually doesn't towards the end of a seed. So,
I'm wondering if he will after fire, because then he'll just be in bow mode. And we still
Yeah.
don't know where the other two bows are, so
yeah.
who knows at this point.
Also, Dotzo has Inside Ganon Castle hint and hasn't gone there yet, so I would imagine he might go there, but he might also go Spirit because of the Requiem Way of the Hero.
yeah, who bows?
Yeah, because he did Child Spirit already. Got nothing. So. And with having both the strength now, it's more reasonable. And dead. Classic Volgia quick kill.
Alright, Dotzo, where are you gonna bow?
Yeah,
Oh my
I would.
god, emo. I swear to God.
Oh, was it? Oh yeah, it was a pun. Eh? I see now.
This is why your nickname in the OoTR Discord is I swear to God, emo.
That's great. I revel in it. Oh, it's good. It's a good title. I wish I had a business card that said that. God.
Well, I could
Just flying
imagine
on
you
the
hand
desk.
that out to.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill me, Jesus. I have a cold. Don't make me laugh.
Got him.
Yeah, I'll be interested. See where it ends up going. So yeah, that makes more sense that you didn't have those hints, or Dotzo pushed off bottom of the wall very late as well, which I thought was interesting. I forget where that hint even was, but
I missed the 2 hints on the maze in SFM because when I was going back to go up there, I died. So I never read them, so I went
Oh.
up there.
But yeah, it looks like Dotzo's going GT right now, so he's gonna be disappointed because there's not a bow there. I guess maybe because you didn't do Gold Gauntlet's chest, correct? So maybe there's a bow there. But Dotzo would have to do. He would have to do the Hess thing because he has hovers, but he could technically do it. That'd be fun to see. I doubt he'll do it. I would be quite surprised if he does that. But we already have light arrows, of course. So, but yeah, that was good game, Sora.
Now I get my chance for revenge against Sage, but
Yeah, you have even more difficulty ahead. Gotta beat Sage twice. Good luck with that one.
yeah,
It's not an easy task.
I'd like to at least redeem myself in 1, but yeah, winning 2 is like there's a mountain ahead of me. If I
Yeah,
even want to have hope.
but that's gonna
Gotta
be fun to
believe.
watch.
Just gotta believe. And
I mean,
play well.
this would be the second rematch we've had because Dotzo and Fanta had a rematch and flipped the winner. So their potential is there.
Yeah. It's just harder because Sage has to win 1, Sora has to win 2. So, got win 1 to reset the bracket, another one to win. But Sage is definitely at advantage there. As Sage said earlier in chat, he has to get lucky once, and then he wins. But you never know. It's happened. Double elimination is always fun because it can. You never know. Let's see if we see a nope, not happening. You can Hess and then use hover boots to get all the way over to Gold Gauntlets. It's not something you should ever do, but you can. So, oh, dude, first shame. Dotzo's picking up the block. You hate to see it, even though it's technically faster. Not glitching in my DDR server. I'm gonna put his audio back on.
Okay.
You have any other comments you want to make, Sora?
Does anybody know what the second way of the hero for Graveyard was? Was it a strength?
We were thinking strength because he went back and did Dompe and torches, so we full cleared the graveyard and only found the strength in Requiem. So it's most likely Requiem because there was a keen child spirit, or
Slingshot
just
can get
because,
through.
and slingshot. Yeah, there were a couple items, and then the strength. Then strength 3 is in Ganon's.
Yeah, because there was a slingshot and crater, and then the strength and fire. I guess that's strength lock.
Yeah, that one's strength lock, so you need a strength to get to that one. And then the other one was in Shadow, not Shadow, sorry, Ganon's. Was that strength locked strength?
No, it's in Water Trial, so you only needed to beat Jabu. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know.
Yeah, so...
Is there any...
Well, it's by bow. Bow. Because your bow is adult spirit, so let's say if all the other bows are bow locked, or let's say there's maybe a bow in like GTG, like Trial, then you need 2 strength to beat the sleeve. So it could easily just be you need 2 strengths to get there, but then even then you could get 3 strengths, right?
What's the tunic logic in those settings? Because there's a Zora tunic in the light trial and a wallet on the DD Fairy.
It's the less restricted one, so I'm pretty sure Zora tunic is relevant.
Fewer tunic requirements is a trick enabled. It's the same as standard.
Yeah, I'm actually curious. Because there was nothing in double defense, and there was nothing in light trial, right? Was there anything in light trial?
There was a Zora tunic, and then double defense had a wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the water boss key was on the cracked wall.
Maybe we misread. Maybe was there not 3 grave way of the heroes? Only 2. Because there would have to be 3.
It means that it's double hinted Wath because there were 3 individual hints that were found.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be for. I mean, the only songs that can't be hinted Wath in this distro are ZL.
Yeah.
Like it's just ZL. It's like League. Tunics cannot be hinted Path. Tunics also can't be hinted Wath. So with fewer tunic requirements for Water Temple, I don't think that changes very much. But for Fire, you can get through the big lava room with the heat timer. You don't require a tunic for that. But beyond, you do require a tunic.
Where was Aponos?
Aponos was Song of Storms.
Longshot. Because Longshot was in Logic. Yeah, Longshot's in Logic, so you could get to GTG anyways. I don't know. Like, the weird thing is, because once you get the... Because you could get... So your first strength could logically be Ganon's or the Grave Wound, right? Because rank placement wasn't messed up, Rudo's wasn't messed up, so you could beat Jabu and then go there. And then you would only need 2 strengths to get the bow. So if the only bow logically accessible is the one in Spirit, you only need 2 strengths, but you could get the strength in Fire, or you could get the strength in Ganon's. Or not Ganon's, or, like one of the other ones. So it would be like 3 strengths required for that strength to be Way of the Hero. Or I guess, I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, it could be just like weird water key logic to get the water to the 2nd level to get the boss key. To do, like, maybe there's a key in Central Pillar or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
That's why I just ignore Water Temple logic.
Yeah, Water Temple logic, stupid. Yeah, no, I'm curious. Because it's definitely the strength and Requiem, so... I'm pretty sure logically you could get silvers while ignoring that strength and grave. So, I don't know. So I would imagine it would just have to be senior GTG play. See if there's a bow here. Are we gonna see a hover boost to middle? Nope. Oh, we are gonna see a hover boost. He's gonna do that after. This is probably a weird shot through the. I'd imagine he's gonna do this because he can't get past this point because he doesn't have bow. Then hover boost to freestanding key and weird shot through the prize pool, and then go left side. Makes sense. And then after this, he pretty much only has spirit, really.
Yeah, now how this goes is probably like 3 bows and spirit.
Yeah. I mean, it's either 3 bows of spirit or, like, I don't know, a bow on, like, Phantom Ganon and then, like, a bow on, like, Shooting Gallery or something stupid. Super Slide, equip hovers. He didn't equip hovers there. You're on there. Magic. Fun and exciting. You can make that with just hovers. You can, with a sword, you hit the torch, and it gives you enough recoil to get over there. Just barely. But, of course, that requires a very precise setup, because it's, like, barely possible. But if you just do a super slide into a hover slide out of a super slide, then you have plenty of time. And of course, weird shotting completely breaks everything in GTG when it comes to the prize pool. Seeing an older setup for not the bonk setup.
Not quite working out.
Hey, we got 22 more bombs. We got some bombs to go through. Honestly, like, once you learn I don't know, I've never buffered weird shots, like, I kind of know, but once you learn, like, I originally learned buffered, and then I just learned unbuffered, and then I can't really do buffered again. With the bonk setup, you have enough frames to do it, but it definitely takes, like, a lot of timing. That's funny. Nice. Gotta love this CD. Not what you want to be seeing. Who cares about it at this point?
Is he gonna join for an interview, you think, or is he gonna be tilted?
I don't think he's looking at anything.
Okay.
So do we need to, like, get off for the next one? Because usually Dotzo, I say his name wrong, like, turns off chat and stuff, which I can get. You know, it's stressful. So, like, when you get towards the end of a siege, you don't really want to see, because you, like. So I can get that.
At a certain point, though, you get, like, hungry. And you're like, I gotta get some lunch. Like.
But yeah, it's like a bit different. I mean, you also might just want to finish the seed, but in a tournament setting, maybe not. Who knows?
That's true. Yeah.
Like, in a non-tournament setting, you would just. I wonder why you saved and quit there. You could just unlock the door. Yeah, a key.
Or just go spirit.
But yeah. You guys see some cool stuff on GTD at least. Probably not a bow here. Maybe there is. At this point, I would imagine both bows are bow locked. And one of the reasons why bows become such a problem in DDR is because if something requires bow to get it, most of the time we can't circumvent that with glitches. You just have to have bow. Like, I guess, for example, you could come to GTG as child and clip in. That would be legal, and then you could use slingshot. But, I mean...
it's not that bad.
Probably not the best idea. So...
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you want to, like, come in and then, like, vine clip through everything, you could do that.
Kind of the same thing with trials and random settings. Like, it's kind of it holds a lot of really fast and bad seeds away. As just like kind of a nice time sink. So, like being in Bomo is not the worst thing in the world. You'd be trying to find like Mirror Shield or Magic or plenty of other things that are way worse to try to find at the end of the seed.
Yeah.
Like everything open.
It's usually just annoying because there's multiple of them in the seed. So you expect to find one, and then when you don't, it's just annoying. Especially when you really only need it to kill Ganon. And it's just so common that like the last thing's like a bow or magic when you'd be like, oh, it should be like Mirror Shield or something.
Yeah.
But that's not how the game likes to be. Also, like a gold scale, nice. Also, like logically speaking, there's not really much that cares about magic and bow. I mean, there's a bit more for bow than for magic, but not much of the game really requires it, even without glitches. There's still a decent amount, of course. But not like Bomb Bag, for example, where like so much requires Bomb Bag that you could get it somewhat early. Also, we can't like do cool stuff with a bow, really, or magic. Like, at least with bombs, you can do a bunch of cool glitches. Hookshot, you can do a bunch of cool stuff. Hovers, like everything you can do cool stuff with. Like, even irons you can do low grav with. Bow is like bow extension and spirit trial and like weird shotting with bow if you want to like kill Skulltula, I guess. Not much. So it's kind of boring. And then magic is, I guess with magic you do like the Din's trick to load two rooms at the same time to do like child shadow. Not really used, to be honest. But
in Adult Lake for Spirit?
yeah, I wonder if he forgot about Requiem Way of the Euro. Maybe, who knows?
Just really hard avoiding Spirit this seed. It's interesting.
Or maybe you just argue at this point that you put it off for so long you assume Sora did it. So if it's the correct answer, you already lose. And we're assuming at this point Dotzo doesn't know he lost. Maybe he does.
I really don't think he looked at the room.
Yeah, so if at that point you're like, okay, it was so obvious to go Spirit, I pushed it off for so long, you just keep pushing it off, right? Because you just assume your opponent did the obvious play. And if it's the correct answer, you just lose anyways, so it doesn't really matter. We do get to see, I know we don't have irons, never mind. But I would imagine he's going to do like Hylia stuff into clipping into domain, fountain, and ice cap room. Yeah, there's a dens. Well, maybe we'll see Shadow.
Shadow?
Oh, no.
I mean, it could.
Jafaded. Yeah, it could be in there. Just another one.
But we're gonna see actual gold scale lab dive. What a rare sight. It's rare that you do lab dive, but it's also doubly rare that you do lab dive the intended way and not just with irons and hookshot. But it happens.
There are seeds of all shapes and sizes, so. What's that?
Aw, damn, no lip cut. Oh, I missed the lip. So you didn't know, when you side hop off something, if you pull a first person item, it like stops all your momentum, which is nice. So you can do like stuff, you can like follow directly in front of the door and etc. etc. There's a nice little optimization you can do in some instances. It's a cool optimization document that floats around every now and again that goes over like minor things you can do to save a little bit of time in this game, because there's a lot in this game. That's why it's fun to play.
There's going.
Yep. So no cavern, no ground flip to get into domain. Finally bit the bullet and went back to Spirit. Yeah, there's a decent amount of stuff. Like, honestly, it's rare. Most seeds there's at least one bow that's like bow locked. It's because the other bows are irrelevant as long as the one's available. So it's not all that uncommon to have a bow. Like I've seen bow on Phantom Ganon so many times. So, although to be fair, that one's funny because in DDR we can get to Phantom Ganon in most seeds without bow. So that can always be funny. But yeah, this seed was not generated with a spoiler log, so we can't just look at something and see what it is, sadly. It's always fun to dissect logic afterwards, but we can only go with the information we got while our players were playing the seed. God, I hate Big Goron's sword because it doesn't like jump slash immediately to hit B again. Ugh. Disgusting. Oh, by the way, Shira, do we need to wrap up or are we good at the moment?
Oh, we're good. We'll see him finished.
Just
and then
making
I'll find
sure.
out. Yeah, no, we're good for the next match. The next one on main is not until 5 p.m., so 2 hours from now.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, no, we're good.
Get ready with that go mode button. I think it's that one, yep. Hey, nice. What a... Gotta love Spirit having progression, eh? Fun.
Yeah, it never has progression when it's one of the medallions you pick. It's always when you don't pick it. But I kind of assumed for most of the seed that I'd be doing Spirit instead of Water, because of the Iron Boots on Frogs to win. But...
Yeah.
Because if the boss cave was on Central Pillar, I would have been boned.
Yeah, that strat's definitely the hardest part of Ironless Water. It's good to know, of course, but it's definitely the hardest part. Because you have to do a lead clip into a damage clip into, if you don't have gold scale, you have to fall out of bounds, then come back in while staying out of bounds to hit the loading trigger, load the next room to be able to swim through it. It's stupid because we can't really make a setup past the clip because you're in water, and water doesn't really have good movement to make consistent setups for. But it can be useful, of course. But yeah, once we saw that irons were there, we were planning. We were imagining you guys were definitely not getting that.
Yeah, I had to double take for a second because I've been practicing co-op, so I've been playing some, standard. So I see Iron Boots on Frogs, so I'm like, oh, this seed sucks. And I remembered that I only needed 5 minutes.
Yep. I guess we get to see a slightly different dwarf kill here, and we also get to see a Hess up the stairs. I would imagine Dotzo's just going to get ISG and kill him instead of a crouch stab. But nothing that interesting.
It's like driving
Whip
a
his
manual
bottle.
car. Like, manual's just cooler. Crouch tab's just cooler.
Yeah, but it's also
Probably
like
slower,
more likely
yeah.
to mess it up, so
Yeah.
I just
But
get
the
ISG
swag.
and call it a day.
Swag.
It is technically faster to just crouch stab because, of course, you don't have the Navi text interruption. But
Anti-glitch swag.
at the same time,
I like being faster too. It's good.
Yeah, it is faster to not get ISG. But again, in a rando setting, if you mess up, you have to just incur the time loss. So whatever is consistent for you is what you should always go for. And it's not significantly slower to just get ISG and do this. So, and as long as you're not, Adobe and play on EverDrive, there's not a bunch of lag. So it's pretty easy. On EverDrive, there's like a crap ton of lag, and getting ISG is like very, very difficult.
I don't think
But on
anyone
VC,
tries
it's
to
not
do
really that
it
big of a deal.
anymore. I don't know if anyone actively tries on that. Yeah, at least tries. Pretty much just me on DC forever and ever. Holding hands.
Yeah. On EverDrive, there's like 10 frames the whole fight. Okay, it's not that bad. But I see your point.
Dobby plays on EverDrive. I think he would
know.
actually say that.
Yeah, he did say that. Look at that chat.
No, but I think he actually means that. Like, he's not joking.
Oh. Yeah, BC has a lot of advantages over other forms. Pause buffering's easier because of less unpause lag. There's also technically version differences, like choose don't crash when pulled out of bounds. That hasn't been fixed, and of course, like with equip swap, which isn't allowed, it would crash in N64 if you equip swapped Deku sticks or mask, but they fixed that in Rando. Well, quote unquote fixed. It doesn't crash because like the emulator side emulates N64, of course. So yeah. So if you like OT vanilla on emulator, if you try to do a quick swap Deku 6 and pull it out, it will crash your game. So don't do that. But it's fixed in Rando because it's fixed in Rando because on VC it doesn't crash because of reasons. VC is glorified emulator, pretty much. Kind of. There's a spider crawling down my ceiling right now. He is now on my mouse pad. Hello, buddy.
Welcome, Spider.
What are you doing here?
Don't kill him.
He's just a danny long legs. He's just going place. I think he realized. He just realized I was here and freaked out, and I'm like, how did you not notice?
I keep the bad spiders alive too. They also kill bugs.
Oh yeah, spiders just as long as it's like it's not like a
my
Black Widow,
venomous
a brown
spiders
recluse
from this jar under my bed.
Anyways, GG to Dotzo for finishing 2:11:34. Still finished the seed. He did not answer me about an interview. I will send him a DM. We'll give him a minute or so. So I will transition to an interview scene. We'll find out what current song is playing. He's not up for an interview. I don't blame him. That was pretty rough at the end. Definitely probably is a little bit tilted with the bow mode. So I guess I will wrap up our restream and thank all of our volunteers today. Thank you to our 2 trackers who have already gone on their way to more activities, Lazy and Mary. Thank you both for tracking this seed, and our 2 commentators, Emo Soda, I swear to God, Emo, and Egg. And Egg, I don't know where you went if you're muted right now. If you're muted, you didn't show up in the... Yep, you're muted. You didn't show up in the list, but Egg did commentate. I will fix your stream link. And please give a follow to our 2 runners for participating in this match, Dotzo and Sora. GG, Sora, we wish you luck in your rematch with Sage. So it is best of 3. Sora, unfortunately, is going in with one down since Sage is in the winner's bracket, and there is Sage lurking in chat, preparing. Spider Buddy, oh my god. So the challenge link has been updated to now be a command as we're reaching the literal last matches of the tournament, but thank you, Trez, for doing that. We hope to have both matches or the matches scheduled on ZSR. So if you would like to be alerted to when they will be on the schedule on ZSR's website, and also feel free to join the Discord where you can learn more about DDR rule set and the tournament participants and be a part of the community. If you're looking to get into glitches, you don't have to do a HES, you don't have to do any of the fancy things that you've seen today. This is still glitchless logic, which is, as we've learned today with how hints are and available item locations, very, very, very useful, and probably more useful than some glitch knowledge in some cases. So definitely reach out. All of us are more than happy to... oh my god, Dobby. All of us are more than happy to help out for newcomers that are willing to learn and just want to get involved at whatever level you're currently at.
Wait,
Anyway, that was a lot of words. Anyone have any final words? We'll go read the Skyward Sword Randomizer Weekly, which is currently on ZeldaSpeedRuns 3. So any final thoughts or things?
Watch out for spiders.
Oh, I'm back. I went to go get coffee. I'm assuming we're not doing an interview with.
We thought the spider
Yeah.
got you.
Oh no, he went back to not being around me. So
I misidentified it. No.
He's like, big thing, get away from me, and then ran back to the wall.
Actually, I have 8 more legs.
I have 8 legs. I'm faster than you. He was just crawling down right in front of my mic. It was weird. But yeah, I got nothing.
No, neither do I.
Okay. Alright. So, thank you everyone for watching. We hope you enjoyed this match, and best of luck, Sora, on your next. Let's go read Zelda Speedruns 3. Hope everyone has a great rest of their day, afternoon, evening, whatever time zone it is for you. Thanks, everyone.